Welcome to our first Community College Roundtable. We've invited a dynamic group of community college leaders from around the country to discuss telling a better story about community colleges. We're excited to dig into this conversation as we focus on enrollment, brand, messaging, and ideas from institutions both big and small. Well, let's just jump right into it. So how do people describe community colleges in your community? So whether that's your state or your local community.
I think it depends on who you talk to. I think there are some people that embrace community college and see it as not just a secondary option, as a viable first option, but then I think there are others that truly still struggle with the stigma of community college.
Yeah, I think for us, because there are only two games in town for us, one university and one community college, that we've gotten over the stigma a while ago, and now we have this sort of reputation as being a solution. Mm-hmm. So when there's workforce issues or training issues, or even after COVID when there was a limited number of opportunities, so they'd come to us and ask us to build programs, and we've been really flexible and responsive to that. So I think in our community, I think we have a reputation of being that solution. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So are the national narratives around community colleges confusing potential students?
You mentioned last night, and I remember thinking about this actually all evening, is that the four-year institutions are talking about aspiring and your future, and then the two-year institutions, we're talking about your return on investment. Mm-hmm. So is that confusing? Maybe it is.
We're trying to move away from pitching community college as just the affordable option.
Right.
Is it affordable? It absolutely is, but we want to be seen as you're getting just as great of an education at community college as you could at a four-year institution.
And I think that there's this national attention to just one particular direction. And I think that there's a narrative that says you're only doing workforce or you're only doing credit. No, it's all part of the college experience, and it's opportunities that are broader. So becoming a comprehensive college is the narrative that we need to tell.
Also, one of the narratives we talked about is America's best kept secret. So, and I've been really trying to reflect on that, because in some ways it seems positive, but is it really positive? Like, if we're a best kept secret, that's not exactly good for the populations of students we're trying to serve. So I've been really reflecting on that, and I wonder, if you all are as well, but it definitely isn't necessarily maybe the best narrative for the value that we bring to our communities and states and in the nation.
Right, so if you've been in your community for 50 years and people don't know that you exist, is that a good thing?
Best kept secret doesn't seem like a good idea, right? Yeah.
Not a compliment in that.
Not bad necessarily, but also not maybe what we all want, right?
Do we need to do more to kind of embrace or to build up the alumni networks? I feel like universities are really good at that, and promoting the alumni networks as part of your benefit, right? That's you're going to, in addition to your great education, you're going to join this network of people who may potentially open doors for you. And do you feel like for community colleges we need to lean into that more?
I do. It's building that community and that feel and that sense of belonging, because if I feel that, I'm more apt to stay in touch. And I think that's the advantage that the 4 years have, right? So they spend 4 years together, they feel a part of the institution, right? In Louisiana, you bleed black and gold or you bleed purple and gold or whatever, right? So how do we take that zazazoo, that juice, and give that to our students too, so that they feel that sense of belonging, so that they can be a part of alumni and share their stories.
But that's where branding comes into play, right? When students are proud of your college's brand and they feel like they're a part of it, they're going to tell your story, whether they're connected to you or moving on in the community. But it starts with a really strong brand and a brand story that they're proud of and they feel connected to.